Hi, Falcons. I just wanted to give you a little Frida tour of my house because I was looking around and I realized I am such a huge fan of Frida Kahlo that she is everywhere in my house. And I'll start by showing you the shirt I'm wearing today. It's my Frida blowing a bubble. And of course, you've already seen my Frida mask, but I wanted to share a couple of other Frida things I have. My daughter painted me a Frida water glass. I also have, which I'm so excited about, I have tickets because Frida Kahlo's paintings are going to be shown in Chicago this coming summer. It was actually supposed to be this summer, but because of the pandemic, it got postponed till next summer. So I have my tickets to go see Frida Kahlo's work on display with my family. Behind me, I have a painting that my daughter did for me years ago because she knew how much I loved Frida. And now when I'm walking into my other room, you could see I have a book about Frida Kahlo and all of her quotes, things that she said during her lifetime. I also have a whole wall. When I was in Mexico, I don't know if you could see because of the light, picked up these pictures of Frida Kahlo and hung them in my room. And then I walked over here in my house and I had this beautiful Frida Kahlo candle. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have even more. So walk with me upstairs. I'm walking upstairs in my house, going to my bedroom, and you would not believe, but I have 3 pairs of Frida Kahlo socks. These are my new ones, they're my favorites. I have Frida Kahlo earrings, a Frida Kahlo necklace, and then I have, I don't know if you could see, 3 Frida Kahlo t-shirts, and my personal favorite, my Frida Kahlo shoes. So when I say I am a fan of Frida Kahlo's, you know I really mean it. Hi guys, I am coming to you live from my kitchen floor because this is the best spot for me to hang this fantastic picture because my refrigerator is magnetic. And I am sharing with you a very famous painting done by the artist Frida Kahlo. So I would love it if you would take a quick second and just quietly notice what is happening in this picture. There is so much to take in and see when we really look at the work of Frida Kahlo. Looking here, I could see so many interesting things. I see, first of all, I notice Frida. And we know that Frida is popular for her self-portraits. She often painted herself because, again, we know that she was a lot of the times in bed and she was alone so often that was the subject she knew how to paint best. Looking at her expression on her face, shout out, how do you think Frida is feeling in this picture? Does she look excited like you do when you're going to school? Does she look sad? Does she look angry? She's got a very serious look on her face. And looking at her friend, the monkey, he has that same expression on his face because she felt that he was one of her best companions, actually. She loved to have exotic animals. And this painting, which is actually called Self-Portrait with a Monkey, is a picture of one of the monkeys that she had at her home at the Casa Azul in Mexico. Looking at the monkey, we can see they are very closely connected to each other in a couple of different ways. And she shows us that. One, pay attention to how the monkey has protective arms around Frida. They had a bond because they were alone together so often. She often felt that these animals were her greatest friends. If you also pay attention and we look at the red ribbon around his neck, it's almost like a leash. And we follow that red ribbon around her neck, and that same ribbon continues up into her hair. Now, when I saw this, I had two different schools of thought. Knowing how sad Frida's life was, it made me think about being restrained, how a pet is often restrained and you can't just go and live your life freely the way she wanted to because she was always in bed. So I felt that maybe this red ribbon was keeping her from going out into the world like she would have liked, just like her injuries were. But then I was starting to think, she is so connected with this animal who's protecting her. Maybe it was showing their deep connection, kind of like I have with my dog when I put his leash on him and take him for a walk. We are connected. I'm holding the leash and he has it around his neck. So it could be showing two different things. My eye is drawn to the leaves and all of the curved lines that she creates in these leaves. These were actually plants that were around the Casa Azul where she lived. When I'm looking at this painting, I also am drawn to her exotic, beautiful, traditional Mexican clothing. She wore her hair in a traditional style. She dressed in a traditional style, and they were just, you could see the gold, bright colors. And this lets me know also that the painting was probably painted a long time ago because we don't typically see women dressed like this unless they were at a traditional event. This painting was also painted in 1940, so it was a long time ago, and that was a particularly hard year for Frida with all of the pain she was constantly going through in her life. Again, take another quiet look and really think about how personal this self-portrait must have been to her. We see a lot of the traditional things that Frida does include, like her soaring eagle eyebrows. She usually doesn't smile. We talked about she didn't like her teeth as well, which could be another reason that she was not smiling in her painting. Today, we are going to be starting our own self-portraits. So we'll be back together in a couple minutes.